Well, let's keep going.
Here we are again, right? What do we got? Episode 9 now, right?
Almost over.
Coming to the end. It's getting good.
Yes, it is.
Let's see how it goes. I always hated that paragraph, Dave. They made it look like, 19s, 50s levels, like the stock isn't doing well. The truth is, because of everything we've done as a fishing industry, the stock is very healthy now.
But if you read this to the viewer, it doesn't appear to be
it was
such.
Misleading.
Frustrated us, but it also frustrated, because I've heard it, you've heard it, but the other tuna fishermen hated seeing this because this is not what it appears to be.
Oh.
Come on, man! Doesn't get his act together.
You got pissing off the locals again, Dave.
Trying my patience out pretty good.
Big fish.
Fish on! Fish on! Fish on!
Horrible day.
This is war, bitch!
I don't know.
That's great.
I think so. This is when Paul is with
Billy
on the Bounty Hunter.
Fishermen. For generations, they've used rod and reel.
Tell you what, they did
I'm so glad they didn't ask him to fish with me. 'Cause you
what
I would have said? You guys don't write a check with enough zeros, and there ain't enough duct tape in the world.
I will say this, if you had him on your boat, you would have had the cleanest boat in the fleet.
Probably. Yeah, that would have annoyed me too.
That's like him cleaning a boat would be a few episodes.
That would have been, that would have been almost as annoying as talking.
For me, the money doesn't fall out of the sky.
Tell you what, when they edited these episodes, the preview for the upcoming episode, they did a really good job of it.
They did, yeah. Totally, it's just stark contrast from these first seasons to where we, finished up.
But even the first season, I think they did an amazing job.
Absolutely.
I mean,
absolutely.
How quick this show grew in popularity.
Yep.
It's been a rough stretch on the Odyssey.
Ralph.
We haven't caught anything in a while.
Everybody's buddy.
We know the season's coming to an end in the next 2 weeks. So it's been getting very stressful.
And where'd that tackle go from yesterday with that spool of line? Oh.
Lately, me and the captain haven't been seeing eye to eye because it's stressful.
Uh-oh.
Leading up to it.
I got it, man. I think
It's tough being on a small boat with multiple people. It can be. If you're not in sync, it can become a war zone, as is evident right here.
While you let go of the lines.
Tuna season, right?
Everybody changes.
Falls off your boat. Things aren't looking good for Pirate with Ralph.
part of it, so I just take it. Hopefully, go catch a fish later on this afternoon to smooth things out.
Yep, when you catch a fish, just like Pirate said, everything gets better real quick.
It's not going to happen with his stupidity. We've been in a bit of a slump lately, so we're going to head out to Jeffrey's Ledge today. We haven't spent much time at that place this year, so we're just going to change it up and see if we can catch a big one. I'm just praying that we're going to catch a couple fish before the season wraps up.
Look at Pirate hanging out back. I don't think he's hanging out in the back for fresh air. I think he's trying to stay out of the wheelhouse.
Yeah. Can you blame him?
All right, let's go. You guys are late. Let's go. Pick up the pace.
Paul on the bounty hunter now.
Scott doesn't look thrilled to see Paul.
No.
I think Scott's a little threatened.
100%.
Come on. Let's go.
As he should be.
Stakes are extremely high.
As he should feel.
I've heard them say to me, if we don't catch some fish, I'm gonna have to sell the boat. If Paul doesn't start sharing some of .com's secrets, he's gonna be off the boat and we're done for the season.
Paul's taking us over to Cape Cod Bay on this trip.
Scott's looking for the magic formula with Paul.
Like the back of his hand.
Oh, I heard you two got all kinds of secret things over there.
Oh, yeah.
We heard you got a secret freezer in your garage where you keep the
Secret
tuna
base.
livers and you hang them over the side. Let's see, what else have I heard? I've heard all kinds of secrets, Dave, that you use over there.
People make a lot of this stuff up, too.
What?
I got a
Yeah.
speaker on the hull that transmits a certain
I heard
frequency
that one, I
sound.
heard that one.
Paul going on Billy's boat now, going to be more competitive with Billy and I than it ever has been.
I put oil.
But I know the
oil.
truth.
People have said that I put oil when I paint the bottom of the boat. I put bunker oil in my
Bunker-
bottom.
oh,
paint.
really? Oh, yeah.
Catch one right in his back.
I heard you had squids painted
Painted
on
on the
under
bottom.
there, right?
Choice for today's bait.
But I know the truth.
What is the truth?
Well, you paid the producers to edit it out. But I know the truth. I know you. I've been watching you for a long time. The truth is, I see the way you put some of those chunks in your mouth and warm them up before you put them on the hook.
Screw himself.
That's the secret.
Paul brought us to one of his secret spots.
See, everything's a secret.
.com's already there.
Dave knows exactly how Paul thinks. It's a real problem.
Alive.
Come in.
Dave, come in.
Called Dave, and he didn't pick up.
No, here it comes. More drama.
Really good-natured guy at heart. He gives everybody the benefit of doubt. I'm just the opposite. Dave.com really gets to me.
If Dave gets the bite and we don't, I'm gonna be pissed. Let's stretch this.
I know what happens here.
I've been on the boat
Who do you think gets the bite?
We haven't caught a fish yet. I'm feeling the pressure. I really want to catch one. Billy, which one? You're gonna pick it.
First one.
This has to be a stressful time for him right now because he's got to prove himself.
Yeah.
If we don't catch some fish, this season's gonna be a total disaster.
We're gonna kill a fish today, and it's gonna be.
I wonder if they're gonna get one. Now I'm curious. I can't remember.
I do remember. I'm not going to say anything. Again, there's Prevagen.
It's the old girl. Right in Gloucester Harbor here, too. She's right behind us now. Even the boat's come a long way.
Who's this?
All right, the kids just won't eat this week. Don't worry about it. Price went up a little bit. Not devastating. I think 3 cents from the last time. And that's it. Just a quick top off. All right, thanks. I'll be over with the check in a minute.
All right, sounds good, Dave.
We got a real big paycheck, for that slob we caught last week, which is going to give me the ability to pay off my fuel bill. And unfortunately, it's going to be a big one.
All right, buddy, we'll see you in a little bit.
All right. It's important we get back in the game and produce another fish here so we can stay in the black. It's time to get cracking.
Let's get cracking.
Oh,
There's always drama on every boat at some point in time each year.
Take another one. Once the boat settled up on anchor,
And more so when you're not catching fish.
Oh, yeah, it gets worse.
Well, some bad news for you.
You got one?
No, that bait you sent down got snagged up on my jig and sticking.
Uh-oh. Pirate's in trouble right here.
Great. Let it go.
I was reeling up another bait. I thought it was another bait, but it wasn't. It was one of the baits we had on the big
He's got the
boat.
down line. We've all done that.
Wound up about it.
It's extremely important at this time that we stay focused on the important things that we need to do to catch a fish. This way we can still save the season and catch a couple tuna. You better jig now.
Oh, boy. I feel sorry for Pirate.
I gotta have somebody that's 100% there and 100%.
It's going to hit the fan here.
What's going on? Well, how many baits we got on hooks right now? None, because you reeled up the bait. Trying to break out of a dry slip is hard enough, but when you get human error on top of it, it makes it miserable.
It's going to happen.
We're gonna move into Cape Cod Bay where I'm familiar with the fish. And that's my backyard. If there's fish here, we're gonna find them.
kill it dead.
We really gotta catch one.
He's under the gun right here. Paul was my friend, he still is to this day, but I had to do what I had to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to mix friendship.
Yeah, it
With
does. No, it
business.
does get hard.
Doing on our spot. What the is he doing?
Yeah, especially too when you spend as much time as we do on the boats together
Yeah.
over the years. You know, at times you spend more time with your employees than you do with your family. it gets hard.
Ask about what he should do.
It's like fighting with your brothers and sisters at home.
And cost you money. That's all they do.
And most of the time, it's over stupid stuff.
And I'll tell you right now, if he comes near me, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna get off the anchor and say, get the away from me.
I'm tired of these guys. Just tired of them. This is the stuff that gets me upset. They just have no respect for anybody. Hey! Get the out of here! I'm gonna yell at this guy. I'll come over there and I'll kill you! He's gonna troll by.
Looks like Scotty's a little wound up.
Scotty was always wound up. And that guy's far away. Usually you put 2 or 3 boats in between that boat and them.
Come over here and say that! No respect whatsoever.
There we are, rocking away. That boat's so light.
He's not going to anchor. He knows better. Success does breed enemies. Everybody thinks that you have something that they don't have.
And that is so true, what I just said right there.
What did you say?
Everybody thinks that you have something they don't have when you're catching. It's like the magic formula. There are things, but...
Yeah.
You just come and take my anchor.
Ever since Paul quit, I mean, been a lot of drama.
No, on your boat, it's obvious. It's dedication. You know, you're consistent. You're consistent. You do the same thing you know what to do. And go out and make it happen. You had consistency with hard work, and you get the results you have on your boat. I'll give you credit where it's due, Dave.
Thank you.
Stupid, you know that? We get here early so nobody bothers us. They come out late and they want to anchor right on top of you. Scumbag.
Yeah, this is frustrating. When you get there early or even get there late, nobody's around, and then people anchor on top of you when you're in an area, not like a spot.
Yeah.
An inch is as good as a mile, but there's a thing called common sense.
You know, it's funny, the way it all developed on the show, people, I think, would get in your way just because of the whole character thing, right? And I swear, people would give me extra space. They were like, oh, yeah, no, that's Dave on the hard merchandise.
Let him catch
and they'd like spread out and go, oh, yeah, we want him to do good. So it even carried into real life, I think, a little.
Yeah, look how close. That's not necessary.
Let me tell you something. I know you've been around a long time, but you know I was here. You dropped right on me.
Look how close.
Oh, yeah, that is
Come on.
close. That's ridiculous close.
You've been around a long time. Do you know what you did? I got no problem carrying this on at the dock. You tell me where and when, and I will meet you there. Just come alone.
It's Sandro. It was the first time he smiled.
I know. His face might
It
crack.
took him till the end of the season. It wasn't even over a fish.
Good. That's life. Sometimes you got to do.
I mean, come on. There's no need for this. There's nobody else around. You got to anchor on top.
People like to talk when there's a big body of water between two boats. Had it been on the dock.
That's what I mean. They just did that to F with you.
Probably. But it takes you out of the
Hey,
game.
look at see how much room they give me in miles.
There's not another boat around you.
You know, it's funny because you'd get online hate mail, right? And people would message me online and go, "You want us to go? We go, Dave."
Yeah, I believe
it. We're going out next weekend. Where's he fishing?
I believe
No,
it.
even I wasn't bad enough to say yes. I would say no, leave alone.
Leave it alone.
But the thought did cross my mind. I want you to know that.
Seem to be able to catch everything.
That's a nice catch right there.
Oh yeah, look at that. I got the salad.
Probably came off the back of Tyler's boat.
My own version of the green monster.
There's a million friggin' Googans. We also want to get away from tuna.com. So we decided to pick the anchor up and make a move. We anchor it up, and we're already marking. I'm marking it down to 60 feet now.
You gotta be focused on what you're doing. All you gotta do is get the right one under you.
Come on, Charlie.
Bad luck to whistle on a boat.
We're starting to mark the chum pretty good now.
Yeah.
If we get one up on the chum, we'll see him now.
What's the secret squirrel doing? Oh, I think he just squirted a little secret juice on that bait.
The bunker oil.
That's why they had to blur it out.
Nothing.
Something was just on us.
He just baited the hook. Paul's a master at that.
Something just grabbed us.
No, he might have taken it. He's right there at it.
Grabbed it.
Could have.
We had a bite.
We had a
It was in his mouth. Look at this. He bit it and let it go. He broke the bait. Mashed it. He had it in his mouth. I saw the line going out. I didn't know
Scott's a little skeptical, if I recall.
right where the bait was.
Oh, yeah, Phil. Look at that, Phil.
Oh, wow.
He did have it.
He grabbed the bait. It went in his mouth down here and
Down where, Paul?
down. See where it's all bent? That's what he did. And he felt that and let it go.
Well, we didn't have any luck today.
Okay, Paul.
I like his animation.
Better spot tomorrow.
Uh-oh. Something's gonna blow up on this boat right here. And it ain't gonna be pirate.
Found pirate fishing on the deck at the Provincetown Marina. I saw the passion of the fishing pole in his eyes, and that's kind of what got me to offer him the position. So I tried to work off of his love and passion for fishing to try to offset some of his other basket of issues and to try to leave them at the dock. There's no guarantees here. Just keep putting the baits out until they work again, that's all. What I explained to Pirate in the beginning, if I yell at you, it doesn't mean I don't love you anymore. It means that something's potentially going wrong. Look out, look out, look out, look out. Look what you got going on here, Mr. Pirate. Nice. Nice job. Nice job you got here, Mr. Pirate.
Oh, you know,
Pirate has one
when good times go bad right here.
responsibility is to pay attention to the lines. It's real important in giant tuna fishing with the
I can't imagine no
not to get it
rigging like that. I don't think I ever
No.
put myself in that situation. You know what I mean?
It's just, he's got to feel so uncomfortable right there.
Finding moving water.
Just the way he's doing it, you know what I mean? Talk about Googans.
It's always easy to point the finger. And that's what Ralph, everything is pirate's fault here.
I mean, who does that?
It's the captain's responsibility for everything running smoothly. Whether it's defective equipment or it's a defective mate, it's my responsibility to fix it.
The captain's got a quick temper, but at this point in the game, it's not.
Yeah, it's his responsibility to untangle it. You know, he went to college, he's got a degree for that stuff. He got a degree in underwater basket weaving.
Because I'm trying to help him. If he doesn't care about himself, then there's no help. You don't care, you don't care. That's the root of the problem. It doesn't get better till you care.
Poor pirate.
I know, he's just gonna sit there and take it.
This is a no-win situation for him.
Yeah. Poor guy. He's what made that boat fun, though.
Absolutely. He was as animated as Paul in ways.
Yeah. He was hysterical. Everybody loved Pirate. It
They
made
did.
up for Ralph.
They did.
Everybody loved Pirate.
And everybody felt bad for him
Yep.
for good reason.
Yeah, it kind of sucks Paul not being around anymore. You know, it is more work, but it is what it is.
Look at that hairdo.
I know.
You guys had any differences? That's it.
You look like that,
Been there a long time. Hopefully we could be friends. And
said billboard for that office supply, J.B. Mason. That's it.
for sure. Remember what I told you.
How old are you? 105 or something?
104.
The more drama involved. Hopefully Paul and I can be friends, hang out, and have a drink. I hope it comes to that. But
Look at Sandro, though.
Peach fuzz.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing. That's the funnest thing about
how
this.
many times has Paul rigged a bait on the boat? I do everything.
Well, we've all gone so long.
He's been with me 20 years.
Right.
Both him and Jordy.
I can count 10.
Well, like, you got him right out of high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is, it was Jay, my mate, my nephew. You know, he fished with me when he was a kid because he was my nephew. I mean, I got pictures of him at the trout pond and pull-ups, right?
Yeah.
But right when he got out of high school, he just happened to need a job, and I needed a guy. And again, here he is.
Still
A
going.
long time ago, 40 years now, I guess, right? And he's running the hard merchandise. Sandro's getting his pilot's license and
Everybody's
doing the same thing you're doing, huh?
finding their way, whatever it may be. And he's still going to fish. He's still fishing now. But his main focus is doing his studies, and he's flying 4 or 5 days a week.
Yep.
He's flying more than
cool.
me.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
I'm proud to see it. It's a good feeling.
Again, Jay's running the boat. Joe's running yachts down in New York.
I love that.
And the world turns.
Yeah.
The world continues to turn.
Life continues.
I think Ralph kind of looks at Kit as just being another hand on the boat, but I hope he takes care of him because he's more than that to me.
Hopefully we bring something back this time.
Pirate was a good guy.
Yeah.
Nobody had a bad thing to say about him.
Did you see your picture I put in the frame over there?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's some good fish there.
Be safe.
All right, I'm gonna be going.
All right. Sergio, give him a kiss.
Hey, where's the lipstick?
Oh, no. Good morning.
Yo,
How's the bait look?
good. You have plenty of bait.
Let's get out of here quick. There's not much quota left, so we got to make it happen. I want you to start taking the boat out, driving out, and dock and just get ready because you're probably gonna take it on your own. You go with that?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Sandro's my first mate, co-captain now, and not Paul, and I really want him to understand that. Ready?
Let's get it done.
Come on. One big jumbo today. All right, Captain, it's clear.
Yeah.
First trip without Paul. Good job, Skipper. I want him to build his experience and just let him feel confident in driving the boat and let him know we're okay without Paul. Paul's been with me over a decade, and I haven't let him take the boat once. It's all about trust. I have that with him. You think this is a big blow up with Ralph?
Oh, yeah,
On
with
Pirate
Ralph.
right here, coming up.
Ralph and Pirate. Pirate's getting beat to crap.
Tell you, it's tough fishing on a small boat, though.
Yeah,
It really
it
is.
Yeah, it is.
After X amount of periods of time being out that way and not catching a fish to bring to market, that's making my attitude get a little sour. Did you eat your bagel this morning?
Look how small that is.
Am I gonna eat my bagel when I'm out here doing this?
I don't miss,
You know,
I don't miss those days.
You know, I don't know, when my guys are working on the back deck, I'll pull the throttle back a little.
Yeah, make them feel
they can
comfortable.
right. I mean, the throttle goes both ways. It certainly looks like he's going wide open
Struggling.
there.
Yeah, if I don't fall overboard doing it. Ah, what a mess.
Pirate knew what he was signing up for.
This is where it begins, or this is where it continues.
Yeah.
Exponentially worse.
What a mess, what a mess.
Pirate got to fasten the anchor rope to the bow of the boat.
Where the hell is it now? I can't see the... Holy... Trying my patience out pretty good today. Wrapped myself up in this mess. Life here, it's not a joke.
A rough day out there, too.
Oh well. I don't know. Beats the hell out of me. Ah, you.
Seems like when the ball starts rolling in the wrong direction, it keeps going.
That's awful.
If Pirate doesn't get his act together fast, we may have to make some difficult decisions here on the Odyssey.
Uh-oh.
Another beautiful day.
Captain Ralph is pissed.
Captain Ralph is always pissed.
Exactly.
We're out in Cape Cod Bay with my new mate, Paul. We didn't get any fish the other day. Time is really pressing on now. We're in the last couple of weeks of the season. Paul doesn't help us get a fish on this boat pretty soon. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
So let's see, is Paul gonna give you a lesson on this one, Dave?
I don't think so.
I never like to pack it in, but I had enough of this. I'm ready to just go home.
It sounds like they're enjoying
Each other's.
company.
3, 4, and 5. I mean, they were solid.
How many boats there?
There's a lot of boats.
Just the one bite there, and everybody else seen them too you're talking to?
My buddy beside me here is seeing them.
All right. Keep me posted. My phone's working too.
Telling you, we catch one here. Hey, he's marking them up pretty good. He's been there most of the morning, and he's had them under the boat nonstop. What to do? Sometimes it's got to go with your gut feeling.
Who's marking them good? Who called you on?
I don't remember.
Hey, come in.
Yeah, he's going. He's going. I think he's going up to the radio now.
Oh, now we're sneaking away from the bounty hunter. We're doing something sneaky.
Picking up his anchor and getting ready to move. I said to the crew, we gotta go. He could get on the radio and say, hey, it looks good, and we're going. But we don't get that call.
He's gonna haul up and move too.
It's my fault.
It's gonna be over my dead body.
Guys, you joined at the hip.
My fault.
Siamese twins.
We went out for a while and we got some information on the radio. Then we
Let's
saw
see,
you
let's see.
on his anchor and getting ready to move.
Follow
How
the
this all
.com.
shakes out.
We see you, Dave. We're right behind you.
Target on your back.
You didn't say Simon Says.
Nope.
So let it go.
But you can't hide.
Dave, you may have had a great season up to this point, but things are gonna change.
I'm an amazing fisherman, and we're going to do it again. And remember, I said that.
After the way Dave treated me, this is war, bitch.
Textbook Paul right there.
Now Paul's angry.
Friends already, you see them?
Yeah. I like the 80 inches fish. I love them.
If there are any tuna, we're gonna be the ones that get
Now,
them.
see, if you were smart, Dave, you didn't get your lines out, you'd haul your anchor and drive off again. That's what I would have done.
But then that would be considered sneaky.
Yeah. Wait, is that exactly what you're gonna do?
Up from you.
Wait a
An
minute.
amazing season. We're going to catch one, but I don't think Bill and Paul are. Paul, he's dead to me. Let's put one in the boat today.
Sir, I'll get it done here.
I know we made a lot of money for the year,
Oh, yeah.
but regardless, I want to make money for the trip.
Oh yeah.
Get him right here.
There's a pile.
We're already marking them.
Holy, let's go. Start throwing. Oh,
Still can't believe we're chumming.
right here.
Could you imagine if we could do that now with the amount of fish that are here? Not necessarily right now, but
Oh, yeah, if you
chumming
chum them up,
with
yeah.
all the fish that have been around the last
Yeah.
few years. If there was no sharks.
Now, look, Jay and Joe chummed a lot, but they also burned through a load of tackle.
That'd be expensive.
Yeah,
It is
I told
expensive.
them. I said, you know, you guys, look, I mean, it's great you're catching fish, but you guys, your tackle bill is up
Yeah.
there. I have no choice, too. I got to take it out of the fish. I said, but it was up there, man. They were burning through some gear.
So he's eating too. I'm going to hook him up, hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
Man, what a blessing this would
Look,
be.
there was times, though, I'd go out, I'd sit for 3 days and wouldn't put a hook in the water.
Yeah,
You know,
you
before
can.
Wicked Tuna, because I had 1 pack of hook and 1 pack of fluoro. And when that was gone, I had to come home. So I had to wait for the 5 minutes it was worthwhile fishing.
Watch this. See what happens here.
Yeah.
Here we go. I just did it. Start the boat, baby.
Paul got one before you, Dave.
Not yet.
Where is he?
He got tight before you.
No? Maybe.
Let the anchor go.
Still got to hit the home run.
Forward, Bill. You good? Back up real.
So what are you saying? You went over there and sabotaged his
Yeah,
reels or something?
something I did.
Put some nicks in his lines?
Tight, real tight.
Neutral.
It's .com's fault. Here it comes.
Feels good.
No, see the way you could really screw somebody up? Super glue. Put some of that, put a tube of that on the spool.
How do you know this?
What? I would know nothing about it.
Let's hope we do good, that's all. It's a good feeling.
I don't get mad, I get even.
Something tells me they lose it here.
Oh no, what did you do this time?
This
Super
is what
glue.
I live for. See, I'm just taking it easy with him. Let that hook get in there, you know?
He's coming around.
He's far away.
It's a nice fish. Nice fish. Live cod, nice.
He's pulling us around. Let him pull us around that way. I'll get tired.
Big fish. We'll get him. We'll get him. Big fish. Let's go.
Keep coming, Bill. Come on. Keep coming. Turn to the right.
Something bad's gonna happen.
Get up to the side. That's how we lost the last one.
Back up, back up, back up, back up!
Paul's getting a little testy.
All making a stressful situation more stressful.
Was he like that with you? It seems like he's trying to take over the whole show.
You got to understand, on a boat, there's a hierarchy. There's the captain and the crew. I respect my crew, but at the end of the day, I have the final say. Sandra was great, but Paul had a hard time with that sometimes. He pushed the limits, and I don't think that Billy realizes what he's got himself into here.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd be able to put up with that either. I gotta be honest.
Away! Where you going, buddy? What? Go!
I don't think they catch this fish. I could be wrong.
Right on the top.
A lot of yelling and screaming.
I hate that with that.
When you hook up with a fish, there really should not be yelling and screaming. That just adds to the chaos. It just, your thought process breaks down. It puts pressure on.
He's hard. He's pretty hard on those guys. He's barking like a captain, though. Paul's the new guy.
And you can see when he's yelling at Billy, it puts Billy in a stressful environment, driving the boat. When Scott is with the harpoon or reeling, yelling at him, it puts him in a stressful environment.
I couldn't do it. I wouldn't put up with it. I couldn't do it.
And it's a recipe for
Not
failure.
enough duct tape in the world for me to fish with that kid.
I was wrong.
All right.
Or I wasn't wrong. I was mistaken.
Billy, oh yeah! Hey, Billy! Hey, Billy!
Everybody's better now they got a fish.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a while, huh?
Excitable boy, they all said.
Oh, he's so green. Look how green he is, Bill.
Amazing how the mood changes in just a short time.
Oh, yeah, now they're all hugs and
That's a good job. Good job, everybody.
It was just like you won the World Series or something.
It's like the honeymoon. No hugs on my boat.
Yeah.
I feel outstanding. Thanks, Paulie.
Paul really proved something today. He's a hell of a mate, an unbelievable fisherman. Bounty hunter anytime.
That felt so good, I can't even tell you.
Big difference from when the episode started, huh?
Yeah. Like I said, one
epic
fish.
highs and
changes.
epic lows. I think that's why people enjoyed the show, though.
Sure.
It did capture it. It had its imperfections, but it captured the gist of real tuna fishing.
Correct. If they showed us all catching fish and all being happy and working together, nobody would watch
Nobody
the show.
would watch. I agree.
Everybody likes to see
the
the
hug fest.
the
Nobody would
catches.
watch.
People like to see the losses just as much as the catches.
Yeah.
On my boat, anyway.
Yeah. No, when you think about it,
Get out of here in a couple minutes.
and I've said this to my clients 100 times, when you think about it, it really is the oldest formula in the book. The thrill of victory when we land one and the agony of defeat when we lose one. And then inside of that, there's some filler.
The sun shines on the dog's ass some days. That was an absolutely horrible
And that's part of the recipe of the success of the show.
the whole entire year. That was definitely. You think so?
Yeah.
Bill and them better enjoy the moment while it lasts because.
What are you making Sandro do now? What's he doing down there on his knees over there? What are you doing? What are you making the poor kid do? Scrubbing the deck with his toothbrush or something?
Uh-oh.
Scorpion walks down the edge of the creek and there's a frog sitting.
Pirate's arch enemy, the birds.
Will you give me a ride across the creek? The frog says, yeah, okay, but you can't sting me. The scorpion says, okay, I won't sting you. So then the frog says, are you sure you're not gonna sting me? The scorpion replies, no, I won't sting you. So the frog backs up, the scorpion gets on there just about halfway in the middle of the creek. The scorpion stings the frog. The frog's about ready to die. He says, why'd you sting me? Because I'm a scorpion. So the moral to that story is, I've been still waiting to find out.
He was a character.
Yeah,
he really was. Pirate was great.
Finest guy.
It gets to be a lot of tension in the air between the two.
As was Ralph.
And there's only one fix.
Minus the finest kind.
Catch tuna All right, what do we got here? We got a mark at 50. What are we gonna do with him now? 60. He's right on the downbeat. That's through the downline. The little speck in front of him is the mackerel. See, this is the mackerel right here. And that's the tuna fish.
It's on, Cap.
The same thing, they'll catch this fish and they'll be best pals. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Looks like Pirate's done.
We just had a fish and
That's not going to be good for Pirate.
No.
that's all I know, to my knowledge.
Nice job you got here, Mr. Pirate.
It's building.
Geez, at least if you were around, Pirate could have blamed it on you.
me, yeah, of course.
Pirate reeled it in, it went undetected, and the next day, of course, that rod got a giant tuna on it, and we busted him off.
Oh, so
Somebody else is getting the blame here.
It's just like in any sports event. When you make an error, you give the opposition a chance to win. If you mess up and the line gets scored and you don't detect it on the day it happens, it's gonna come back and bite you in the ass. Yeah, everybody makes mistakes one or twice, but when you're making the same mistakes day in and day out, it gets to a point where it's very frustrating.
wasn't the captain handling all that line?
Doesn't
before
matter.
It was put back in the water?
Doesn't
Ralph?
matter. It's always easy to point fingers, remember.
Well, let's say runs downhill, I guess, right?
Stuck under the boat again.
Oh, I was the one who run the lines. He tells Pirate not to touch the gear.
Yeah, it's always...
And then, okay, the mistake happened. Whoa, you gotta make sure your gear's in good shape.
What is
In
that
his
called?
hands.
What's the definition of that? Narcissist?
And I don't
Yeah.
like the way he treats me when we're not catching fish.
Joke.
You can only get so much tough love thrown your way before enough's enough.
Put that line to the back of the boat.
The yellow one, right?
Put that one to the back of the boat.
You gotta feel bad for him here. Gotta feel bad for him.
Other one.
It's bobbing up and down. It's right here.
Pirate could do no right here.
Every man
Regardless.
has a breaking point, and I think I just reached mine.
Good for Pirate. Let's see how it all plays out.
You know, some people collect stamps, some people collect antiques. Jay and I, we collect the tails of giant bluefin tuna.
There we go.
Stand on the barrel and fill in that window now. Be brave, for crying out loud.
Whenever we get a fish,
Are those tails still there to this day?
No, the building's gone.
Is it really gone?
Yeah. Look, the only reason we could get away with that is because that building was condemned for the past 30 years for human habitation, right? We, so it was in the whole thing with the city, because those tiles are all the asbestos tiles.
Oh, okay.
So, the property owner wanted to tear the building down, but because of the asbestos tiles, the state was preventing him to do that. So it was this whole legal mumbo jumbo, right? And I talked about it when I was here with Jay, right? It's like, look we tie up over there because it's cheap. It cost me a year what you guys spend a month over the
Sure.
marina. For my needs,
It worked.
that's all I needed.
It worked.
Right? We're in a different situation than you, right? But the more money I spend for dockage, the less money I had to bring home. So we were fine over there. And plus, we got to nail the tails up. And what was funny, though, is when the tourists would come by, because you had the restaurant right across the way, they would often yell over to us. We'd be down the boat working on nets in the fall. And they'd yell down to us, and they'd go, hey, what kind of tails are those over there? And we'd yell up and go, dolphin tails, like flipper. They wouldn't know what to say.
Put a couple lines out, hung out, had a soda, had a sandwich, and hooked up.
I'm really excited right now. We got a big monkey off our back today. This fish meant a lot to us, bounty hunter, the team here. If we didn't have bad luck, we wouldn't have any.
Well,
Everybody's
worked
happy
out
here.
after all.
It did.
Paul worked out after all for those guys.
It did. However, can't just work out once. It's got to work out for the season.
Who are adrenaline junkies know what it is, and it's a phenomenal feeling.
Yeah, they had it. These guys had a bad season here. This fish kind of got him out of the hole a little bit.
At least Paul helped him do that.
Yes, he did.
The question is, will he be around next year?
Yeah, Donna was pretty excited when I called her at work and told her we got one. And, you know, I wish she was on the boat, but she's excited.
Yeah, Bill's been around a long time.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
no, look, I know Bill. I remember Bill when I was a deckhand. And again, I didn't know him. But when I was a deckhand, he was the guy that everybody talked about, similar to how people talk about you today. Not just that he was an asshole, but he was a good fisherman, too.
Thanks for that, Dave.
But he was a good fisherman, too. And that's the point I'm trying to make.
And the boat he had before that, it was like a sport fishing boat before.
Well, I
he
didn't
had
know
the
that.
stuff
See, I
here,
didn't
yeah.
know him. I didn't know.
Always at the Cape Ann Marina.
Well, that's it. I don't get over there.
Always a nice guy. Always fished with Donna.
Anytime I go in that yard, they escort me off the property.
Billy really needed that fish. Bad. I'm glad I jumped on with him.
It's too preppy for you.
The hoi polloi over there don't approve of people like me hanging around.
You got to get the
Pickies Up Club.
You got to get the topsiders, the Sperry shoes, to be.
Oh yeah, is that what it is?
Yeah, in order to fit in with the crowd.
That's got great color.
I don't know. I just think I couldn't get my head that far up my ass to fit in over there.
Just doing a core sample here. We're looking at the clarity of the inside color.
Fish looks great.
Yeah, it looks like a good fish.
That fish looks great. The color, look at the color.
Oh yeah, it is a beautiful fish.
It's a very clean inside color.
Beautiful color. Just not red, not pink, right in between.
They're gonna like that color. If this fish has got good fat.
I hope it does at least $15 a pound.
Yeah, I mean that fish is perfect right there. It's not too red, it's not too pink, right in between. That core right there. I mean, we're watching it on the TV here, but it looked translucent.
Yep.
Bounty Hunter's back in business.
It just had fat in it. It had everything. That was definitely a nice
Everybody's
fish.
all excited now. Everybody's all friends again. We
But
got a
you gotta take that mood.
Wait.
All right, we're down here
It is the
yeah.
Odyssey. I think Ralph's done. I think Pirate's done. I think Pirate's going to be collecting unenjoyment.
Unenjoyment.
It continues to be his problem.
But these are the highs and lows. This is why people watch the show right here.
We're gonna go back to fishing solo. It's twice the work, twice the risk.
You know, Ralph fishing solo argues with himself though.
Yeah. He's going to be fishing with all his friends. Him and all his friends.
My gut was turning. I was trying to figure out what the next step
Ralph can't get along with himself.
If I tell him this, he throws something at me. If I tell him this, he throws something else at me. I'm caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't know what to do. I know it's probably tough love what he's trying to do.
It's a tough break for Pirate here.
Yeah.
That's what it is what it is right now, so I don't know.
But this happens on a lot of boats, both on the show and off the show.
Just waits for me to soften up and I take him back, but you know, at this stage in the season, all he did was lose his winter work because, you know, fishing's going to be just about.
I mean, got to give Ralph some credit.
Yeah.
He went and gave Pirate a shot. Not that it worked out, but
Right.
he
But
did give him a shot.
I heard he gave him housing and everything,
Yep.
and especially towards the end, he helped him out, right? So
Something to be said for that.
there is. You got to give credit where it's due. Again, I've said that
100%.
before.
I'm down here this morning to see what's gonna happen if we're going fishing or not. See what happens. I don't know if it's gonna be a good
He just seems like I don't know him that well, but he just seems like a genuine guy.
Yeah.
Gotta see what's going on, if I can get my sight back or not, and see what happens.
I don't know. He could have fished with me. I could have gone along just fine.
I
with
think so.
Pirate. He would have fit right in with us.
It's not a game. You want to show up with 9 into your. This is my business.
What's going on here?
I think he's firing
Gonna
him.
be the end of it right there. Is how we speak.
Oh, that was it, yeah.
Have nothing more fun to do.
Sometimes you got to do what you have to do.
Evidently, Captain's still a little pissed off. He don't want to take me on it, so he's gonna be going up all by himself. Good luck to him. I appreciate the time he gave me.
It's a tough place to be right now for both of them.
Yeah.
It's not fun letting someone go. And I know that person.
Changed. I gave the guy an opportunity of his lifetime. There's people like him all over this place that would have loved to have his opportunity. I wish Pirate a lot of good luck, and I hope someday he deals with his issues.
I'm all done.
Pretty much what he just said I had to say to Paul.
Yep. Looks like pirates down the boat, waiting for the captain to show up, just like a good crewman should. And I think Ralph just told him to get lost. Is that what I just saw?
You did. I wasn't expecting that. I don't remember this happening, but
I don't know.
That's
I
the
don't know.
end.
It didn't seem cool to me. The kid was trying.
He was, but I think he's going to let him go here.
Yep.
Until the next episode.
One more to go.
Who do you think's going to win?
I don't know.
I know.
If I was a betting man.
I know.
We'll see you, Dave.
See ya.